Guys, James here today and welcome back to another Sims 4 house building video. Today, as the title suggests, we're building a wizard's tower because you know all the wizards that we have in the Sims 4. But no, so the reason I'm doing this is I was sitting around the other day hanging out with my friend Matt. I was like, hey man, okay, he doesn't play the Sims. He doesn't play the Sims at all. I was like, hey man, if you were to open up the Sims right now, what would you do? And he's like, oh, I'd build a wizard's tower and I'd build a sick wizard and I'd do wizardy things. And those were his exact words. And I was like, all right, let's see what I can do. Let's see if we can build a wizard's tower. That was a great story. I hope you enjoyed it. Thanks for watching, guys. No, but that's the reason I'm doing this, because I thought it seemed like a fun idea. I was like, you know, what would someone do that doesn't play The Sims? They would just load up and be like, hey, let's do this. Because sometimes I find myself, you kind of build the same thing over and over again. Which is fine because it's usually different, but you know, I wanted to try something a little bit different today, and that's what we did. So I'm just on a 20 by 20 lot, which I think, is this the only 20 by 20 lot in the game in Magnolia Promenade? I'm not sure, because I think I was looking around, because obviously in Newcrest there's the 20 by 15. Oh no, there's a 20 by 20 in Windenburg as well. But the reason I didn't want to build there is because it has that huge wall behind it and it makes the camera go all over the place. Anyway, we're building here. So hey guys, seeing as this is a house building video, this actually took quite a while for what it is, but it was mostly due to the fact that it's a weird shape. It's pretty tall, and so I had to get the stairs right in the middle. And obviously, oh my god, spiral stairs would have been a lifesaver in this build, because trying to get the stairs to fit in this thing was so annoying. And it was the same issue I had a little while back when we did the water tower build as well, because that was like an octagonal tower. And it's so annoying. Either spiral stairs or like a ladder. Either of those would work fine. It would make it so much easier to sort of get stairs. You know what would be even better? If you had stairs that could somehow wrap around the wall, like all the way around. So like a huge spiral, not just like a 2x2 spiral like we've had in the past. But it would be cool. And I'd be down for it. So if you guys want to make it happen, a Sims team, please do. Yeah, so I was using a lot of vampire stuff for this build, actually. Because, I mean, a lot of the vampire stuff kind of looks wizardy in a way. Or at least I felt like it did. I don't know. So that's why we got the sort of vampire's door there as well. But yeah, what I was going to say was, because this is quite a long build, I feel like we have some time to just hang out, have a chat, have a good time. And if you haven't noticed, the channel is now over at 1 million subscribers, which is amazing. That happened just the other day. We hit it, and I did a little video on it. I've got some more things coming for that. I mean, if you're watching this in the future, I don't want to... See, the problem with build videos is I feel like people watch these videos for years down the track, and then if I say stuff that's really time sensitive, it doesn't really work out. But hey, I did a really cool video that finally came out. So there's a video I worked on for about, I guess it would have taken from the time that we actually shot it to release, which was yesterday, which I'll link it down below. It's a Sims 4 challenge, playing the Sims 4 outside. Yeah, no, I went outside. It's pretty crazy. That we filmed like 6 weeks ago, I think. And then I was like editing and then getting it approved and getting it out and all that stuff. But that's finally out. So I'm super excited about that. That was a lot of fun to do. It was something super different. Basically what it is, in case you don't know, is I take my laptop, I put The Sims 4 on it. I go out and about here in Sydney, and I'm just playing in different locations, trying to see, you know, what I can actually do playing The Sims while I'm out and about, and also recording it and all that. And it actually worked pretty well. So you check out the video. It'd be really fun. I think it's a really fun video. It's different, obviously, because of the premise, but I think it's really fun. Anyway, so for the exterior of this tower, because it is basically just a octagon of stone, I was like, you know, well, let's get a lot of ivy all over this thing, make it look like it's sort of growing up out of the ground and all that. And then I used those like wooden, I guess, what, buttresses? Is that what you'd call them? Only on that level, only on one of the levels. I mean, they don't really make sense because they're not actually holding anything up. But it looked cool. It's just like it's basically a little detail. Buttress. I just Googled that. Yeah. Structure of stone or brick built against the wall to strengthen or support it. I guess it's not really a buttress then, is it? I don't know what they're called. Anyway. Yeah, so I basically added those in for a little bit of detailing around the place. Oh, and I think this was kind of the main selling point of this wizard tower. When my friend was like, and you got to have like some lightning shooting out of the top or something. I was like, oh, we can actually do this. If we do the little glass dome at the top and then we do the weather machine inside, then you can like sort of use the weather machine through the glass dome of the tower. And it's just like awesome. I mean, it's kind of weird. This tower's like halfway between, it's almost like sciencey. You know, I feel like we could repurpose this and make it a mad scientist tower for the mad scientist let's play, if we wanted to. There's potential. Now, so yeah, so with the floor plan, it's always a bit weird. So downstairs is the main living space. And I decided to use, I really wanted to use that sort of hidden door, that hidden door behind the bookcase. I was like, that's kind of cool. So it's like a little bit of like an office, I guess, or study room behind there, like with a bunch of books and a table. Like I think I did an archaeology table just because it looks cool. I mean, again, there's no actual wizard stuff in this game. So a lot of this is just using imagination and creativity and putting stuff in. And a lot of vampire stuff too. Like there's the, I think... We'll see it in a bit. There's like the vampire book on like a stand. It looks sweet. It definitely looks like a magic book that you'd see in like The Sims 2 or something, or Sims 1. Because I think Sims 1 had that magic book on the stand, right? I don't know. What did Sims 3 do? Sims 3 had magic, didn't it? I never really used it in Sims 3. I don't think. I don't know. Well, I guess Sims 4 will have it one day. Whenever that day may come, we just do not know. So this house has a lot of candles. It has a lot of candles and a lot of bookcases. Like I felt like that feels like a thing a wizard would have, you know? It doesn't make a lot of sense. Actually, that's something I never really got in, well, I guess specifically in Harry Potter. It's like, why do they have so much, like, why do they have so many candles and that? Like, just, yeah, I get that you're wizards, but, like, you can use light bulbs. Like, I don't understand. Is it just a preference thing? That's like, hey, we're at Hogwarts. We don't really want to put wiring in, so let's just use candles. I mean, that's fine. I guess you don't... I guess it wouldn't be too bad, because you wouldn't have to actually light the candles. You just magic the candles on. Just magic. Yeah. It's just magic on. Oh, so I put that weird, that sphere arrow... I don't actually know what it is. I can't remember, but... it just looked like something a wizard would use. Like I said, a lot of this stuff is just like... It looks like wizard stuff. And using like this sort of stove here with like the logs underneath it and everything, all that kind of thing. Yeah, just old things means wizard. Yeah. So also after hitting 1 million subscribers, we've already gone past like another 4,000. So I think, you know what, we're pretty much on the road to 2 million. If you're watching this video now, we probably already have 2 million subscribers. Now, I'm hoping at one point in the future, that statement will be true, because that'd be great if someone's watching that. If you're watching that, when that happens, called it. Yeah, it's pretty cool. I think, something I do want to do. Oh, no, I won't say it. I won't say it because I don't do it, because then it's just like this is another thing that I've promised that I won't do. Yeah, so the kitchen here, we use that weird fridge thing that's like a... you know what I really wish I had? I really wish I had like freezers that were like the like the sort of trunk freezer, you know, the one that's like a big chest kind of thing. That'd be sweet. So I did do a little dining table, but I didn't do any chairs around it because I felt like, well, first of all, I put huge ass candles on it. So I don't even know if they could sit and eat at it because I feel like plates wouldn't fit there. But I also thought it was kind of just like a neat table in the middle that you could use to, you know, put stuff on or like prepare stuff on. And then we have like a little lounge area near the front door with a lot of bookcases and all that. This whole build was like, it's sort of a challenge. Like, what the hell do I put in these rooms? And how do I lay out this build? Because it's just so strange. Like, because we have 4 levels. So this is the ground level here that has the bathroom, I guess like a home office, like an office research room kind of thing. There's that book as well. And I was like, okay, we've got these other 3 levels I have to fill now. I was like, what do we even do? So there's just a lot of like trinkets and weird things and weird oddities and a lot of strange pieces and decorations. And that's pretty much what it is. It's like, it's just a bit of fun. It's just a bit of fun. So this one this is weird because I was trying to figure out, I was like, what do I do with this? Like this space here with the living area. I was like, how do I do this? So I was like, I just put the larger chair, did the armchair, a bunch of rugs, and I think the new coffee table that came in the game update, and called that a day. But I think the space turned out pretty nicely down the bottom. We got some like weird chests and suitcases that were like decorative items that worked really well, and all of that. But hey, you know something else that's really cool? I'm selling some limited edition Samaj socks for only 3 weeks. So if you're watching this at any point in the future, again, not really relevant. But hey, you can check those out. Link in the description. They're cool. They're really cool. I ordered some. I cannot wait to wear. Oh, actually, the best thing about it was because it says Samaj. Oh, actually, so many people don't know this. Which, well, I, mean, I guess a lot of people do, but there's always new subscribers. They're like, it was quite funny when I announced the socks. They're like, cool, you celebrate 1 million by putting a random name on socks, and I was like, oh, that's so sad. They don't understand. And people are like, what is Samaj? I don't get it. It's my nickname for one. Nickname Samaj. What is it? It's James backwards. It's pretty. It's it's really lame, but for some reason it's stuck, and that's just how it worked. Anyway, so those are really cool, and I can't wait to get them. And then, oh yeah, because people were like, oh, I can't wait to get these because then I can step all over you. And I was like, oh, but yeah, true, absolutely true. No, they're cool though. I'm pretty excited for those. Oh, and also the title of the lot, jamesturner.yt/store. There's always other merch available too. Anyway, yeah, so this was one of the rooms that I was like, I don't know what to do with this. So I just kind of put all the lights in. I was like, okay, let me just do lighting, and then I'll kind of figure out what I want to do. Because I really wanted to have the bedroom higher up. Like, obviously, this level here, I think I furnished this room first. The room at the top is like I guess, a lab in a way. I don't know, that's not really the right word, but the magician's tower. I don't know, the wizard's tower. It's magic room. Just has a lot of magic stuff in it, basically. Or at least there's not really anything magic in it. But we have the weather machine up here, and then a bunch of other just like decorative stuff. Got like that book there, which I believe is like a vampire book, but let's just pretend it's a magic book. And then just like a lot of trinkets, a lot of old things, a lot of decorations all around the place. I spent ages trying to fill this room out, and there's like a gargoyle that I put on the wall because I thought that looked cool. And kind of wizardy, I guess. I mean, not really, but I guess in a way it sort of is. But yeah, it's just a lot of stuff. And I was like, oh, you know what looked really cool if we did like curtains all over the walls. So I did like all this stuff, and then I was like, you know what, I don't like this. Mainly because like curtains and other wall decorations that sometimes if they don't place without move objects, and you sort of like move objects in place and you put the walls down, sometimes they'll still be visible. So in live mode, if you have the walls down, you'll have all these curtains in your face, and it was like really annoying. So I was like, okay, no. Because I thought it looked cool. I thought it could be a cool idea to have these like sort of curtains draped around the room. Then I could have done like shelves above them and all that. I thought it would have been cool, but then it didn't really work in the end because of the way that when the walls are down, it's a bit hard to see here because I'm obviously fast forwarding it, but they were still visible. So it was going to be kind of annoying. So I forgot about that idea and moved on to other things instead. But yeah, it's like so much just scrolling through decoration. Like, what could I put here? I mean, there's like a little arts and crafts table. I'm like, maybe they would need to do that, or maybe they're just artistic on the side. Maybe, you know what? A wizard can do more than just magic. Maybe sometimes they want to paint, okay? Stop judging them for it. They just want to be creative. I don't know. Yeah, so I got a couple of all those little chests in there. And I was like, there's going to be some other activities or something I could put in here. And I was like, ooh, a wizard could use a bar. A wizard's bar. So we actually end up doing like a little parlor in a way. Not on this level, like a level below or so. We do like a little bar and like some armchairs and that. And I was like, thought I'd put a couple of cobwebs in here too. I was like, you know what, this place is probably old. The walls are cracking. It's old. Yeah, it might be coming apart, but it's still usable. And lots of rugs, actually. This building has a lot of rugs in it. I would imagine that a tower just made out of stone would be pretty echoey and pretty cold. So maybe rugs would help just that tiny little bit. At least that's what I would hope. Oh yeah, so actually another thing about that playing The Sims 4 outside challenge, which you should totally check out, as I mentioned earlier. It was filming that was a lot of fun, and it was really weird because we filmed on one day, and then we got most of the stuff we needed, but we had to do a couple more things because the original plan didn't work out. Because obviously we had storyboarded out the whole thing, where we wanted to go, where we wanted to film and all that. And then the original plan didn't really work because a couple of the places that we were wanting to film, we weren't able to. It just wasn't possible. So it was like, okay, we sort of went back, and then so basically we filmed that one day over a couple of days, which, I mean, it's not that much of a shock. That's how a lot of shoots work. But anyway, so we did that. It was over 2 days. So we basically I think we filmed on a Monday and then a Wednesday. And then we realized because then after that I had to go through an editor and I had to put it all together, do all the audio, get all the gameplay in and all that kind of stuff. And then eventually did that, submit it. And then you're going to have to, so then it goes through all this approval stuff. And then, in case it's not clear, it was a sponsored video that I did. It was a lot of fun. And then it was like, oh, actually, we need to add in a couple more clips here and there. So then it was like about a month later, we had to go back and film some more stuff. And it actually, I think it worked pretty well. I don't think you can tell that some shots were filmed a month later because like it's nothing. It was nothing crazy, but it was just like a few. I think it was like a couple of 30-second clips that we just had to do some pickup shots on because we'd forgotten to get a few bits and pieces here and there. So we did that, and then it was like this worked really well because I had just gotten my hair cut again, and my beard was the same length, because that was something that was kind of important. Is like, if I look completely different, it's not going to work. But it worked out really well, so I was quite happy with that. I was so proud that I was just I don't know, I'm really excited about that. So I just wanted to tell you guys that there was a couple of shots. See if you can pick out which shots were if you can figure out which shots were like months apart, well, a month apart, I'll be impressed. Well, actually, I'll be more like, damn, got a good eye. No, that was so much fun though. That was a lot of fun. I'm so happy to be able to do that. So, and actually the feedback on it was really good as well. And if you haven't seen it, like I said, go watch it, because then we can do more stuff like that, just more fun ideas. Because the thing is, with a video like that, I don't think I would have ever done that normally. Not because I didn't want to. It's just because it's a lot of work to be able to do something like that. I mean, I needed the help of 2 other people. I need my friend Zeus and I need my friend Matt. Like, we had to do that, and I had to get their help to be able to just make the video. So the fact that people were really supportive of it is really good, because that means that we might be able to do some more stuff like that in the future. And I can be like, hey, this one went really well. People really enjoyed it. So do support that kind of stuff. Really, really helpful. But hey, here we are. So so I was like, we got this other floor again. I'm like, what do I do? Like, there's a very finite number of wizard things in this game, and that number is 0. So we have to improvise here. So this I turned into like a home office, because I figured, like, if you're playing The Sims 4, you probably want a computer somewhere. That's usually pretty useful. So just did like a home office here. Again, a lot of bookcases, some weird trinkets. Got that, I think it's like a sim ray in a like display case or something. I don't know, like that. It's not very wizardy, but I was like, it kind of works. It looks like a thing. That's why I'm like, this tower is kind of like half mad scientist tower, half wizard tower. It's like, I don't know. We got another one of those books. I don't know if we did like 2 or 3 of those books throughout the house, but I was like, yeah, it still works. It still looks pretty good. One thing that was actually really hard to do, and you'll see when we get to the screenshots, was just taking photos of the upper levels. Because if you don't know this, when you jump into the cameraman mode on a higher level, the camera moves way faster the higher up you are. You can actually adjust that in like a file on your computer, but it was like, it's so annoying to go find and fiddle with the numbers. But yeah, the camera like flies back and forth. So trying to get the photos of the upper levels are a bit harder. So I apologize if they're not as good as they could be. But once you're in game, it's a little bit easier to see what's going on. So just doing a little bit of landscaping outside, because I was like, the plot of land is pretty blank. Oh, actually, something else that was quite funny. Because I started building this a couple of days ago, then I came in to finish it today, and I couldn't find it. I like looked everywhere. I was looking all over the place because I've got a build mode save game. I looked all the way through that. I couldn't find it. I was like, oh my God, where is it? So I checked a different save game. It wasn't there. And I was like, oh, maybe it's in maybe for some reason I did it in the Seasons Rags to Riches Let's Play. So I checked in there. And I was like, no. I was like, oh my God, I cannot find this build. And then I was like, you know what? Let me just go check my recorded footage. And I was like, oh, I built it in Magnolia Promenade. Because I literally never built. I never build in this neighborhood, and it was in my regular save game for building, but I just didn't think to look here. I was like, oh my God, why did I build it there? But as I mentioned earlier, it was because of the 20 by 20 lot. Anyway, here's the lower level. I think it looks really cool. Like I think the whole aesthetic works. Obviously, it's like the dark woods, the stones, the cracked stuff, lots of trinkets, lots of books. You can just imagine this place being smelly. Not like a gross smelly, but smelly in that you get that old book smell. Like just that sort of almost musty, I guess, kind of smell. That's how it smells. There's the little office there. I really love that room, actually. And actually, the top, this room here, I think is awesome. It was really hard to get a photo of this. I don't think this photo does it justice. And that's through the glass dome at the top as well. And then I think the last photo here is the lightning shooting through the top. So if you want to check this out, you can download it on the gallery. If you search for The Sims Supply My Origin ID, you'll be able to find it there. But that's it. Make sure to subscribe. Check out that awesome video of playing The Sims 4 outside. You can check out some merch here on screen as well. Thanks so much for watching, guys. I will see you next time, and have an awesome day.